Hey everyone, DadGFN here, and today I have a really exciting video related to some lost media that I've recently recovered. So let me begin the story going back to 2017. Yes, we're going really way back to back when the newest piece of Gravity Falls merchandise coming out was Journal 3 Special Edition. I was still only a few months into the Gravity Falls fandom and was still, in high school. So effectively what happens is that there's this YouTube channel that I used to watch a lot back at the time, and it was a really popular YouTube channel at the time known as The Best Comics. And this YouTube channel would effectively basically upload a lot of comics related to Gravity Falls, and also later on Star vs. Force of Evil, which was a big show at the time. Yeah. But long story short, this channel uploaded comics from various artists. So mostly, the artist that they would post from is Mooring Mark, who of course every Gravity Falls fan probably knows. And there were some other comics from other artists as well that this channel would post videos about. And it wouldn't be like dubs of the comics; it'd just be like a pan out of the comics, so like zoom in and then like go downwards and stuff. Like if you remember this channel, you know what I'm talking about here. But long story short, one day they uploaded this really unusual video called Gravity Falls 3D Game. And the description basically was very early beta, and there was a download link to a Google Drive folder. Basically, the video is of them playing this Gravity Falls game and exploring the map and just looking at everything that is in the game to uncover. And it's really cool. Like, basically, the game is not complete, and it's basically Dipper exploring around. You're basically playing Dipper as a character, and he's going around exploring the Gravity Falls scenery and stuff, and it's pretty cool. And yeah, that was simply it. It was just a beta of this apparently Gravity Falls type exploration game that was probably in development. And at the time, I thought this was really cool, so I clicked the download link and I downloaded a copy of the game and played it for a little bit at the time and kind of just forgot about it after a while. And years passed, and I just randomly remembered one day around 6 years later in May of this year about the game, because I was looking around online and I remembered that channel and I checked it out and I tweeted about it and I was like, hey, does anyone have this file to this old Gravity Falls game? Because like in the 6 years since that video was uploaded, the Google Drive link is now dead. Like you cannot access this game whatsoever. So I asked around and no one really knew what to make of it. Like I mentioned how the creator of the game never was listed. Like this is one thing that I hated about this channel, like looking back, like the best comics. Sometimes they would credit the artist, sometimes they would not. In this case, they never credited who the creator of this game was. They didn't even mention who this game came from. Like they didn't give any like background link as to where the heck they got this game. I assume that they probably got emailed a link to it probably from someone. So yeah, that was kind of an unfortunate, like there was no credit to who developed this game, so we couldn't go and message them, be like, hey, do you know what happened to this game? My theory I mentioned in the tweet was that I think that this game was made by some American or Russian Gravity Falls fan, because if you didn't know, a lot of Russian Gravity Falls fans back in the day were making a lot of interesting like projects, like video games and stuff. Like this is like on Unity web player or something, I don't know. This game was apparently something that was being developed, and I assume by maybe a Russian developer or something like that, but without any source, we couldn't be sure about that. And I checked on Wayback Machine at the video, which barely broke 10k views, and because of that, like, no one had a link to the game. There was no download link available. Like the Wayback Machine had no archives of the Google Drive folder, so it was lost. I did mention a theory I had about another Gravity Falls game called Gravity Falls Racing Game, which is available on itch.io, and it's a racing game where you're basically Dipper and you're racing around Gravity Falls and with the golf cart and stuff. And it's pretty cool. It's it's probably like what this game could have been if it was further developed. But yeah, it wasn't made by this person. I could very much tell, given it was all a different project and such. But I also I remembered another game developer who's now working on a lot of I think amphibia related projects. So I messaged them asking them, because like I remember they had uploaded some Gravity Falls links and stuff back in the day, and they told me that it wasn't theirs. That, to quote what they said, it's like, that's not mine. The area is a lot bigger than the version I had uploaded, and I don't even have that version anymore. So yeah, I also asked them if they knew anyone else who was developing a Gravity Falls game or something back in the day, and they sadly couldn't remember anyone. So yeah. And you might be wondering at this point is like, what about your hard drive? Like, didn't you have the game uploaded on your old laptop? And the answer to that is yes, and I could still probably have had it. The problem is that I do not have access to that laptop anymore, in the sense that I do have the laptop myself, but I don't have a way to turn it on because that laptop died back in 2019. Like the battery just full out died and I couldn't get it working again, and I just didn't have the money to, send it to be repaired or something. And by the time I bought a new laptop, so I didn't really care. Unfortunately, I never backed up everything off of that laptop, so if there was something sitting on there in the hard drive, then it was, as I assumed, lost forever. That is until earlier in this month. Basically what happened was I gave that laptop one last shot at trying to get it to work again. I had seen a couple of ideas and I had a couple of tricks up my sleeve to probably get it working, and I tried it, and I basically gave it the equivalent of a jump start, and lo and behold, the laptop turned on. Like the damn thing turned on. Like it was brand new. It was it still said on it that it was the last time it turned on was September 2019, which is true. That was the last time I turned on. The speakers were still working really good on it. And I was so happy to see this thing come back to life after so many years. But I downloaded basically everything I could off of the hard drive from it. Like I made a backup of the hard drive and extracted everything I could, because I still had gigabytes upon gigabytes of files that I never was able to salvage from that computer before it died. So I managed to get all that, and among them, I found it. I found the game. It was sitting in the downloads section of the computer, and yeah, the entire game in full was available there on the hard drive, still sitting in that flash drive, saying last time it was open was 2017 or something, which is kind of hilarious. So yeah, I'm really happy to say that I now have this game once again salvaged. It's anything major or special, to be honest, but I'm glad to have had it. And what you're going to see now is playthrough of it. So I'm going to cut to later DadGFN, who's recorded some gameplay of it. So yeah, cut to you now. Hey everyone, DadGFN here, and as you saw from that previous clip, we are now playing the Gravity Falls long lost exploration 3D game, whatever this thing is called. So long story short, just give you a background, this was a game that was in early beta a long time ago. I don't know what became of the beta of this game, but as you can see, it is now here again, and we are going to go on a exploration and see what you can find around here. I've played this game before a long time ago, and I played it around again just to test it out, but yeah, so this is now here playing, we're going to be playing. So as you can see, this is as far as we can go in terms of the map here, just the border, so we can't really go there. In case you're wondering why we're not going to be going towards the water tower, that's why. There's an invisible barrier right there. Yeah, so let's go this way down the clearly marked path. And as you can see, my character is Dipper, and this is the only choice that you get in this game. Dipper looks like he has seen a lot of things that we should not be wondering about. So yeah, let's not question that and just keep going. As I mentioned, this is an old early beta from 2017, at least I can tell. I really wish the Best Comics had mentioned who the creator of this game was. It would have been nice to give them proper credit in the description of this, and yeah. But I will leave a download link to a Google Drive folder where I have the game uploaded if you want to go play it yourself, so feel free to do that if you want. And you can see our first destination here. It is the Mystery Shack. Yeah, the animals are really going crazy out there, so that's that. But yeah, as you can see, here is the shack itself, world famous. The sun is beaming down. The lighting on this game is actually much better than some actual games I've played in the past. But yeah, going in the Mystery Shack, there is literally nothing here. Again, remember, this is a very early beta of whatever this game was going to be, so there isn't anything. Very loud seagull sound effects. That's something that this game does have, apparently, so there's that. But yeah, there's not really much to look around here. It's just the Mystery Shack area. There's no golf cart. Oh yeah, the totem pole is here, so that's cool. It's a bit smaller than the one in the actual show, so there's that. But I'm not going to complain. This is, again, this is probably never meant to be actually fully released as a game. This is just what's left of this game, whatever it was. So yeah, we're going to go now back here to the back of the Mystery Shack, and yeah, there's nothing really to say here, nothing major. But there is this little pad here which you can go down. So let's go down it. This is probably exactly how it went down in Gravity Falls, perhaps. That's kind of funny. This is probably the direction Dipper went one day, maybe in the forest, in an episode we never saw. Look, there's some mushrooms there. You know, as we all know, Dipper is a really fun guy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, I'm sorry you have to bear through this horrible commentary. I know I'm really bad. This is why this is not a gaming channel. I mean, I did. Funny enough, I did have a gaming channel back in the day, but all traces of that channel are now gone because obviously, why would I have a cringe gaming channel up on YouTube still? That was from my younger days when I was a teenager. But yeah, as you can see, now we're inside of a cave, and there's this. I don't know. It's the crystals from obviously Little Dipper, but it kind of looks like Walter White's Met, to be honest. Yeah, there's that. But yeah, it's kind of cool that there's this little area, and you can actually walk in through the crystals. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's about all that's here. Let's look around. Like, see what else we can find here. Like, that's where we came from. So there's a bit more of a cave, of a wall or a cave here. So there's that. It's gotten really quiet all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure you guys are probably happy that you don't have to hear the bird sounds anymore. So there's that. This is a lot louder in my headset than it might sound to you guys. I'm probably going to lower the volume for you all. But yeah, it's insane how loud it is. But yeah, as you can see, we're just going through these trees. I don't think these are even actual sound effects that you hear in a forest. Like, what on earth is this sound? What kind of a bird makes this sound? Like, feel free to tell me in the comments, but like, what kind of a bird makes this kind of a noise? Okay, I think we're at the border. Like, this is as far as you can go on this side of the game. And actually, no, we can't. We can't. Wait, no, we can't. No, we can't go any further than that. So yeah. Okay, now it's gotten really quiet as well. And yeah, you can see in the distance, we are now returning to the Mystery Shack. So a bit of familiarity. And that is about it in terms of this game. I'm going to try and zoom out as far as we can, and that's as far as you can zoom out. So that is literally all that this game has to offer for us. It's making my computer run really fast. I can hear the fan from here, if you can hear the little faint noises. Let me open up here. You can see here. This game is small, but it requires a lot of rendering, apparently. So if you have a potato computer, please do not download this. I'm not responsible if you do download it and your computer bursts into flames. But yeah, that is about all that this game really has to offer. Like I said, this is an early beta that this game was. Who the developer was of this, I have no idea. If you know who it is, please be sure to leave a mention in the description, and maybe we can figure out who made this game, and if they continued on making it, and if there is an actual game out there. Like I said, my guess personally is that this is made by some member of the Russian Gravity Falls fandom, so that might be the reason why this game is so obscure and not known by most people, because unfortunately, for obvious reasons, a good portion of the Russian Gravity Falls fandom is relatively unable to, I guess, share these things out there, or maybe they have, but it's just like on sites that probably no one wants to go on. Yeah, you'll be amazed though how many things I've managed to find through the Russian Gravity Falls fandom. Like, they have a lot of really good archivists there, and as someone who's been collecting lost Gravity Falls media as of late, this is something that I'm really happy about that community being able to do. Like, there's a lot of lost Gravity Falls media that has been recovered thanks to the Russian Gravity Falls fandom. So this, while I don't claim to be the person who has rediscovered this game, I am probably the only person who probably has this on their hard drive besides, the best comics. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and I mean, the best comics, I can't contact them about it because they also, never commented on their videos, never replied to comments on their videos, and also their channel's dead. So there's that. So there isn't really much else to report here. So let's just finish this off by jumping into the river again and seeing where this goes. I did discover a really funny glitch here, which I'm going to try and see if I can replicate. So you go into these rocks, and basically it's like over here is like the border for this side of the level. So like you can't go further than that, or whether you go down literally Gravity Falls. But I think it's this rock that I did it on. Like, so like if you walk into this rock or something like in the right way, it glitches Dipper into the rock. Like if you sneak or something or whatever. There. Oh, never mind. I didn't do it. But I'll put up some screenshots of what happened in the last time I did it. Like, it's kind of really funny what happened. It's like he literally glitched into the rock, and it was kind of funny to see him like just like a dip stuck in a rock formation, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that is apparently all I got for this game. I'm now gonna turn this thing off before it burns my computer up. But yeah, it kind of sucks that we don't know much more about this game besides just one early beta. So yeah, if you know anyone who may have worked on this game or know the person who made this game, please do leave a comment below and let us know, because it would be nice to finally get an answer to this almost half a decade old mystery, this over half a decade old mystery. That would be nice. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching, and bye.